This project isn't actually a melting video, but it is melting metal adjacent. And this is something that's been long overdue. A while ago, I had a steam explosion as I was pouring that camera. It died. I was recounting this as I was pouring molten aluminum into one of my cast iron ingots and did not heat it up first. It's the first time I've had an issue with that in all the years that I've been doing this, and I just got careless. I used to be pretty religious with driving off the moisture on my cast iron molds, but I didn't on that day. And it threw aluminum everywhere. In fact, let's see if I can we'll put my hands here. This will be the cue of where I'll insert that footage here. And then anyway, so you saw that it that sputtering and that spitting, and I wasn't even aware of just how severe that steam explosion was and how far it threw aluminum. It threw a bunch of aluminum on me, but like I said, I wasn't aware just how severe it was until after I got done. I mean, I felt some stinging on my face, but I had spots on my beard that were burned out and a couple of places on my neck. Though the thing that hurt the worst, I guess you could say, was my old cap here. And you can still see there's still bits of aluminum caught in here, the synthetic material used. I'm kind of glad it was synthetic material. And the reason for that is that this hasn't unraveled. It basically cauterized. You use that when you talk about fabric, but basically has kept it from unraveling. So what am I going to do on this video? Well, I'm going to repair this using a technique I have not used in decades. And that is, I'm going to repair this the way I used to repair socks when I was in college. I didn't have the money to replace my socks those first couple of years of college. And my mom showed me, my adoptive mom, she showed me a sewing technique, darning, and I used that for socks. And after I got married, I stopped repairing stuff because, I started teaching, had a job. We were able to afford things. And so I don't think I've darned much of anything, since 85. Well, I haven't had an 85, maybe 87, 88. Well, Charlotte and I got married in 89. So probably, it's probably been since shortly after maybe 1990 was the last time I would have done anything, and that's just me guessing and such. Not everyone liked, I think my sister, she was not a fan. She didn't like the way that it felt, and darned socks never bothered me at all and such. So I'm gonna repair this. I've had this hat a long time, and I will show a picture. And that picture there, that's when I lived in California the first time, and that's probably a 4th or 5th grade picture, if I remember right. I'm just doing it from memory. I haven't looked at the picture in a while, but it was on my bike that had some plastic around it to make it look like a motorcycle. And I think I got that. It was either in the 4th or 5th grade, so that goes back to 76, 77. So I've had this hat for a long time, and I want to keep it. And so let's do some repair. This is the thread that I'm going to use. This is the closest match, and you can see it's not perfect. Closest match. I got this. Joann's was going out of business, and so they had a bunch of stuff on sale, really cheap, and so I went ahead and bought some of this material, knowing that I needed to fix this. See if I can get a pair of scissors. This would be a time where I could use my wife's good fabric scissors and not get in trouble, but I don't want to go all the way to the craft room. I think I'm just going to repair on camera this one spot right here, and then I may show the rest of it when it's done. But as you can see, there's a lot to do, and so for purposes of uploading and such like that, I may just do this one and call it good. Now, there's a couple things that this isn't going to work the way I would do if I were doing a pair of socks, because I would normally turn it inside out, and you can say, yeah, but your hat is inside out. Yeah, but it's not the inside of the hole that's there. So this won't work exactly the way I typically do it. Now I've got it turned inside out. So like, for instance, this folds up, and you can see, that just naturally folds because that's where my head's been for so many decades and such like that. And so I need to repair that. And I would like to, maybe I can do it inside out. But then would be able to turn it right? No, I won't. I'm not going to mess with that. So I'm going to try to do it, still accomplish the same thing, but not turn it inside out. So I will turn the hat inside out, but I can't turn what I'm going to repair inside out, because I would want to do everything on this where my finger is. That's the side I wish I could turn up and do it. So what I'm going to try to do is just make certain I've got a real long tail that's going to stick back here. So I'll probably start here, pull it through, and then start the process. And I guess I'm assuming that when I say I'm darning, what I'm about ready to describe is what the actual process is. But you're basically just using yarn or thread, and you're restoring the weave. Okay, so let's do this. I also had a tool, part of my darning kit. I had a darning needle, a bunch of thread, a yarn, and this thing that my adoptive dad made out of wood that you could slip in. But lots of times I watched my mom do this, and she used a light bulb when she was darning socks. And now the hope is I can do this without Kitty coming over. All right, I just need a nice big chunk. We'll start here and see if I can make this work. Okay, it's been a long time since I've done this. Let's see if I can make this go. Okay, so I'm going to start way back here. A little farther. There we go. That should give me a nice big tail. My end view there, I think so. Yeah, and this is going to be just absolute wonderful viewing, I'm sure. Okay, I'm just going to pull it far enough that gets pulled inside. There we go. And then I need to make certain that as I do this, I don't pull too far. Perfect. Perfect. Now, usually I do it as a patch. And so with my hole, I would do the whole thing. I don't know if I want to, probably should. I'm trying to remember, like I said, it's been so long. Don't try to find a shortcut. I'm just going to do this as a patch, like I would if I were doing a sock, just normal. It's just a bigger hole than what's typical. I gotta make certain I don't, see, I already did. I think I already goofed. Yep, I caught it. Shoot. Yeah, I caught it when I didn't want to, so let's take a risk here. Cut that, so let's hope I'm not gonna end up ruining my hat here in my attempt to save it. In order to save the hat, he had to destroy it. That'd be bad. Yeah, let's do it like this. Okay, don't get in a hurry either. Anyway, I'm just going to go back and forth and back and forth. Well, first I'm just going forth, I guess. I haven't gone back yet. Done that a bunch of times. Back in the day. Threading the needle. And then I eventually want to get out today and do some more casting. All right, so then I'm going to go just this one more, and then I'm going to go down. Okay. I'm probably covering way more than I need to. But this will ensure that this is going to stay put. Unless I have a problem where the thread breaks in this area here. Okay, this is going to ensure that this patch stays put. About ready to kind of cross over to missing material here. Okay, so not quite yet. I got a few more. But there's going to be less material here, and it's possible some of this will break as I'm going through here. Okay, all right, and then span that gulf. All right, so now I'm putting some material in the first spot where there's a hole. Okay, and you can see that. Okay, and then I'll go one more before I go back. Hold on, what do I got here? The tricky part on this now is not to pull that so tight that it puckers, because I want that to be, I'm trying to see where I want to go. I want to go at least one more. There we go. That's what I wanted. That right there. And then I'm going to turn around. Okay, so let's see now there's some material. Let's see if I can get this close. Okay, so that's the first gap. Okay, and then the repair will be made when I start. If I'm going east and west now, that repair will start happening when I go north and south. But let's go back now and do the next row. Yeah, it's the holiday season. This is taking place after I did the chunk on, oops, I thought I'd gone a little farther north. Okay, so let me do that because I want to, again, go. If I remember right, this is actually fairly forgiving, this technique. I mean, it worked for my socks. Okay, and then now I got a big gap. And I'm going to grab some material here if it'll hold and not break. This video is coming, I'm on Christmas break. In fact, day 2 of Christmas break. The first day was me pouring those coins with the 3D print plates. So if you're kind of wondering where I am chronologically, although this is not going to show up until January. So what was it I was about to say? Well, I mean, it's the holiday season, and here I am doing a technique that my mom showed me decades ago. And I think I made a similar sort of comment around Thanksgiving time. For some reason this year, I think it's probably because it's the anniversary of my adoptive father unexpectedly passing away. This holiday season's been a little bit rougher. My mom, she passed away in March, in springtime of 05, whereas my dad passed away in November of 1985. And so it's the 40th anniversary of his passing, and making everything a little harder. Okay, still going. And now I'm looking at, I want to go, I think, 1 or 2 more. Maybe just 1 more. And then we'll come back around. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'll just come around and I'll put this row down and then show what's going on, and then I'll turn the camera off and continue this until I start going the other direction, and we'll see how this all fits together. As you can see, this is gonna take a fair amount of time if I'm gonna repair all those holes, and I intend to. All right, so catch this, that last spot there. There's not much material there that I'm grabbing onto. Okay, and then dive to the other side. That's good enough. It has been so long since I've done this. There is no way I'm going to be able to do this in such a way that it's not going to look somewhat like a novice. Okay, so so now I've got 3 lines. Here, here, and here. And then when I come back, I'll start the process of going in this direction and remaking that weave there. So I'm going to stop right here, do a lot of this off camera. All right, I got caught up in what I was doing here and forgot. I changed direction and I needed to get back in there. All right, so now I'm going up and down. As you can see, I missed this. The idea is that you go over and under, over and under, over and under, and all of these, and you're basically reweaving. And to me, it looks like I may have missed right in there. So when I do this next one on the turnaround, okay, so it looks like I'm under this one. I'm going to go over and then under, and then alternate between all of those as best as I can see it. And as you can see, this is what it's going to look like. That's what the patch is going to look like. And I'll do a few passes of this, I think, and then I'll probably do like I did, probably go off camera and finish off. Okay, just need to grab something. There we go. And then over, because I went under it before. And then there's the one right behind it that I went under. Okay, I need to shorten that up because that's going to get in the way. And sometimes this gets tricky and hard to see. And this is where having like that light bulb or that little darning tool is really handy, because then it kind of spreads things out. And the other thing that's kind of tough is that I can see my stitches, but it's not all in the hole yet, so it's harder to do the over and under. I'm going to be careful not to pull it too tight. And over, and then under, and then over. Over. Okay. Okay. It's still going to pull it a little bit, I think, no matter what. Okay, and then do the turnaround. Okay, now same thing on the way back. Okay, that's nothing but gap there. There's over. Go over and then under. There's a clump right there of cap. Okay, there's over, under. And I'm really hoping I'm getting this right where I want it. And I think I want to go over that one. There. How's it look at? I think it's going to hold. I don't know how pretty this is going to be. Probably should have started with a smaller one so that when I got to this big patch, it would have looked nice and pretty. Okay, and then over, and under, over, under. Must have been a melted part. Under, over, back to some solid cap. Right, turn this around. Let me go back here, because I think I need to start with an under. Oops, looks like I got some from underneath. All right, so here's a better view of what it is I'm trying to do. It should fill a part of that gap. Okay, looks like I caught on some of the underneath, which I was trying to avoid. Oh, it looks like I caught a bunch of the underneath. And it may be unavoidable. In fact, we'll see how this goes, because I just might do that, because there's a burn hole on the other side too. And I would be doing 2 repairs. All right, so maybe instead of fighting it, I should just do it that way. Treat this as if it's one layer of cloth. Just do this. Catch those. You know, it does make it easier if I'm not trying to. All right, so you get the idea, and that's not looking too bad. I've seen worse where I've done it. I've done worse, I should say that. Okay. And then, yeah, I think I'm just going to do it under both sides because I can get, for those areas that have 2 holes. Yeah, we'll see how it works. All right. I will show the finished product here for the next. All right, here we go, finished product. I probably should have showed the tie off. Nothing special there, where I just kind of tied it up and knotted a couple times, and then I went underneath, made certain there was a nice long tail in between the 2 layers, cut it off, and then pulled it back, so there's a tail floating here, a tail floating here in between the 2 layers. Okay, there's the back side, and I'm still gonna, I wish I would have thought about just doing the whole, I'm going to do that with some of these other spots, but anyway, there's that. Okay, so right side out, let's see what it looks like, and then this is what the viewing public will see, and I think it worked. I think I did okay. I can still feel some chunks there, okay, where it burned and melted, but that won't matter. And let's see what it feels like. Okay, I can feel it. Let me see. I don't know if this is gonna be focused or not. I'll try. So I can't see what I'm filming here, so I can feel it when I touch it, but I'm not really feeling a whole lot on my head, so I think that's going to be successful. So I'm going to call this good. I hope I'm in frame. I hope this makes sense as I'm closing this thing off. But anyway, I got to do that for the rest of the holes on there, and my cap will be fully restored. All right, I'm going to go ahead, cut this off, and go to that ending scene where I'm eating a sandwich. Thanks a whole bunch. Thanks a whole bunch for watching. Thanks a whole bunch for watching. If you found this video entertaining, informative, or any such things like that in any way, shape, or form, please like and subscribe. Blessings.